This is VGAC TV.
Hey YouTube, this is Video Games and Consoles. I'm Chips, and this is a 50 sub special. Well, hey YouTube, how's it going? I'd just like to do a big special thanks to all of my first 50 subscribers. It's been an absolutely brilliant first 6 months here on YouTube, and the community is so strong around here, and I love every single day that I log into YouTube. It always feels really friendly and warm, and there's some brilliant channels out there, and we've really got a nice closely knit community going on, and it's really nice to be a part of. And I'd just like to say thank you to you all for subscribing to me. It's been absolutely brilliant. I mean, the channel has been sort of continually growing ever since day one, and every time I get a subscriber, it's just absolutely brilliant. So I'd just like to say thank you very much to all of you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your channel comments. Thank you for all your comments on my videos. They're brilliant, they're fun to read, and I enjoy replying to you all as well. Thank you for all your personal messages. Thank you for your video responses and sharing videos with me, because they've all been a lot of fun. So it's nice to not just watch videos, it's also nice to interact with you in different ways as well. So thank you very much. And here's to the next 6 months, and thanks again. So cheers. That's Ribena, by the way. Right, I'd now like to move on to some big special thank yous and to some shout outs to some of my subscribers. And so I'd like to kick off with thank you number 1. Well, my first big shout out and thank you has to actually go to my first and number 1 subscriber, and that was actually my wife, Danielle. She holds an account called Cherry Was a Writer. She doesn't interact with it or anything like that, but I'd just like to say thank you very much for being my number 1 and for getting the channel out there, and thanks again for all the support that you've been giving me as well. Now, my next big shout out and thank you has to go to actually my second subscriber, and that goes to Tiger Claw TV. You were the first video gaming channel to subscribe to me, and I love your channel as well. I really enjoy those quirky videos and those games that I've never ever seen before, and they're really interesting. So if you haven't checked out Tiger Claw TV's channel, definitely give it a look. It's well worth it. And just like to say thanks for all the comments and that you've given me on my videos as well, and you've been a really good friend, so thank you very much. My big thank you number 3 goes to my 50th subscriber, and that was you, Wicked Davy Boy. Thank you so much for making it 50. I really appreciate it, and when I get some time I'll check out your channel for sure. Thanks a lot. My 4th big shout out and thank you has to go to my good friend, the Vintage Video Game Geek. Man, thanks for subscribing to me. Thanks for all your comments and your great channel comments, and all my comments on my videos as well. And I really enjoy PMing one another as well. If you haven't checked out the Vintage Video Game Geek's channel, it is definitely recommended. He's got some awesome videos. They're really interesting and really factual, and I love your channel, man, and I watch your videos all the time. And thanks for subscribing to me. My next big shout out has to go to Alex Demoted. I'd just like to say thank you very much for posting a video on the EasyCap. This has given me a great way of recording my gameplay now, and this is so inexpensive. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I know I've said thanks before, but I'd just like to say thank you very much again. If you don't know what this is and you haven't got any good ways of recording gameplay, then this is definitely for you. Check out Alex's channel, and thanks again, Alex, for subscribing. Shout out number 6 has to go to 8-Bit Rob. Your channel is one of my most favourite channels on YouTube. I enjoy all of your videos. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. If you haven't checked his channel out, definitely check it out. It's probably one of the best on YouTube. And thanks for all your comments as well. I think you've commented on nearly every single video that I've done, and thanks again. Well, my next big thank you and shout out has to go to GameStar81. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. Thank you for all your messages of support and all of your comments as well. And thanks for being a really good friend as well. If you haven't checked out GameStar81's channel, which I'm sure most of you should have done by now, if you're a gamer and you love games, check this channel out. It is totally awesome. It will blow your mind. And one of his latest videos, which is a sneak peek into his video game collection, is unbelievable. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. Well, my next big thank you and shout out goes to Fat Funk, Old School RC and CMB Retrospective. I love all of your channels and all of your videos. I think they're absolutely brilliant. If you haven't checked out these guys' channels, definitely check them out. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. It really means a lot. Well, last but not least, my final big thank you and shout out has to go to Reddy03. Thank you so much for subscribing to me. And you've got a great channel yourself. If you haven't checked out this guy's channel before, definitely give it a go. He's got a large collection of games. He does reviews on games as well, and it's really interesting. And also he has a large collection of Guitar Hero equipment as well. Thank you so much once again. Well, just before I go, I figured I'd give you a quick update to let you know what to expect from Video Games and Consoles in the coming weeks. On episode 9 from Video Games and Consoles, I'm reviewing this game, which is the Quest for Rings on the Odyssey 2. This is a really quirky game and really interesting, and it should be a bit of a laugh at the same time. And yeah, so look out for that when it comes out. We've got 2 more parts of Video Games and Consoles from the Loft this weekend and next weekend. I've got part 2 of my video game and console collection coming out in about 2 weeks' time. And then following that, there will be an outtakes video from across all of the series as well, and that should be a bit of a laugh. I've had a lot of fun making that. And then finally coming up, I've got an interview with Chips, which should be quite interesting, and you'll get to find out about me and where I got the idea for the show and all the bits and how it's progressing and that. It should be a bit of a laugh anyway. I'd just like to say thank you all so much for subscribing to me. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'd just like to say cheers to you all, and here's to the next 50, and thanks for watching. Cheers. I love Ribena.